Greetings, holy souls, I am Nika Jones. This channel's mission is to strengthen collective awareness and teachings to expand the frequency of love and compassion to enter the 5D consciousness. If you are unfamiliar with this channel, a big welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for your attention. Please subscribe to receive notifications when a new video uploads if my work echoes with you. Today I will talk about a conversation I had with Lucifer. As per previous Lucifer's messages, he is back home into the light. A commander from Dracos has accepted Lucifer's crown over 30 years ago. All light angels that escorted our Lucifer in the obscurity of 3D are back home. They are jointly working with our leaders to liberate this planet from darkness. For eons of time, this planet was in quarantine, well known in this universe as a prison planet. It escalated to such a point where one part involved to develop the third dimension didn't want to close this venture. The 3D experiment is long overdue. So God has to interfere. He called back home all the angels of light playing as evils on your world. I start the message now. Hi, Lucifer, I have many questions. Are you available to answer my questions? Yes, I am always available, and I am at your service anytime. Thank you. Explain please, what is happening on the planet right now? What you hear and observe is a great movement toward the creation of a new Earth. Galactic and intergalactic federations of light are working with your world leaders right now. Their mission is to end the war that commenced in this universe a while ago. Your planet is the last one that is not freed yet from the darkness. What you experience now is the battle for taking the Earth from the hands of dark entities. So far, we won the war in this universe, and now we help humans to get rid of the darkness on Earth. We support the Earth's light beings, President Donald Trump, ground crew patriots, white hats, a few world leaders, and world patriots. For decades, we worked closely with them and trained them for this moment of humans' liberation from their slave status. The corrupt humans are exposed, and we removed the alien species from your Earth in the past years. The Dark One's planet is at the edge of this universe, and they are not allowed to come back to your world. We locked all the gateways and portals they were using to visit you. We have many problems with the media. They control too many people. Is something done about it? Yes, we already won the war, and we are at the end of clearing your planet from corruption, lies, and manipulations. Your corrupt human leaders are already being interrogated and placed in prison. Make yourself a service and stop watching media because you get just fear-based messages, and they drive you to argue with each other. They are part of the cabal organizations, and they are trained to keep you asleep, manipulated, and ignorant. They quickly will perish, and the right news channel will rise, which will boost your vibration. Do you know how long it will take until we are free? As per the timeline you are now on, it is a matter of months until the war on humanity will cease. After that, new technologies will benefit all humankind. You will get rid of bills and debt and all 3D mentalities. Nizara and Jazara will install quickly, and poverty will dissolve in an instant all over the planet. Most of the new technologies are from Earth, Agartha, and the Pleiades. You are shaping the 5D Earth right now by clearing the old energies of fear and replace them with love energies. Many individuals will wake up while planetary events will expose your leaders' evil work. The rest of the humans will wake up on the new Earth. What will happen to our jobs and business? Well, you are joining the 5-density realm where all that is not mandatory. Businesses are part of the ancient Earth, and the new Earth will not have that. Big business will expire when you get the replicators that will produce all you need from food, clothing, and more. I do not want to spoil your surprises. You will have new technologies that will eliminate the demand for businesses and profits. You have to understand that all your reality will shift because you cannot live on a new Earth with primitive technologies, practices, methods, traditions, and mentalities. All of them will change to benefit humanity, not to enslave it. You will have all technologies for free, and very shortly, the need for money will disappear. I realize that, but some of us have buildings and many houses. What will happen to them? As I said, all businesses will disappear very fast. The people living in these houses will continue to occupy them until they will manifest the crystal cities. The rent payment will cease, and the rental business will perish too. Any news on medicine? So many people are suffering, Do we get help soon? Yes, you will become immortals like us, so the need for medication and hospitals will disappear too. It will be just places where you sometimes go to restore your age or anything you need. You called these technology medical beds. They look like beds, but they are quantic technology that uses plasma and holographic technology to identify past, present, and future conditions. The future diseases will disappear soon as you start to heal your fear and access the unconditional love vibration. Your bodies will not get ill anymore because the air, water, and food will be clean. The healing beds do not produce any radiation for the body and will support the individuals to heal quickly. Just using the bed for a few minutes, you can repair in a short time all your illnesses from all your bodies, such as physical and non-physical. Also, you will have technologies to fix your body if it dies in accidents. They will restore your life. I heard about anti-age beds. Are they part of this medical technology? Yes. They are changing all the functions on your body in a matter of minutes, increase the length of telomere, and in a few months, you will look much younger than before. The bed will regenerate all your cells and tissues and use your stem cells to fix the aging problem. We use this technology all over this universe. That's why we look young all the time. I am speaking about the civilizations that still have a physical body. If you have a celestial body, you do not need the meds bed. What about schools? Are they needed in 5D too? The school system will change too. The schools will test children on their skills, and teachers will support them to develop their intelligence in that area. Most of the educational materials and all the knowledge will be on crystal tablets in schools and libraries. The children will receive what they want to learn. There will be some general academic subjects, but most of the materials are optional according to every child's passion and love. Most youngsters will study galactic technologies, learn how to use them, and be part of the galactic army and other galactic responsibilities. So the schools will be different from today, and your elderly who will look pretty young will be the teachers in these new schools. You mentioned something earlier about the crystal cities. Can you please elaborate on that subject? After you get all the technology you need to live a life without worries and job stress, the advanced civilizations will start to build for you the crystal cities. You will manifest them when the need for money disappears. They will look like the Agarthian model. Some cities will be on the platform so you can move the entire town if a natural disaster occurs or cold weather. These relate mostly to civilizations that live in the northern hemisphere. Also, in the crystal cities, all the hard work is performed mainly by robots. Will be a depopulation agenda on the new Earth? We heard that many times over the internet these days. No, dear, we honor life. Your planet can easily accommodate over 12 billion individuals, but most of you will decide to live on other planets. This universe has billions of planets like your Earth inhabited by individuals like you. Besides, your statistics concerning the population statistic is not accurate in your news. Can you explain about Earth's Schumann resonance? Recently it was unusually high. It reached 800 Hz. The planet's constant resonance represents a realm. The higher the resonance, the higher the dimension. You are going toward 5D, so the Earth resonance has to match that. In the end, you will settle between 40 to 100 Hz, but until then, a higher frequency of love will infuse Earth to propel it in 5D. More light codes are implanted into humans to stimulate them to wake up and realize what is going on. Too many people are still asleep, and there is a need for a shift in themselves. So we use a dynamic push forward that you can see through Earth resonance. Earth is already in 5D, but unfortunately, not all of you are there yet as vibrations. When the frequency is higher than 500 Hz, your DNA is changing drastically. Painful experiences will clear from your consciousness, and you won't remember them anymore, they will fade away. Your awareness expands so you can understand who you are, and your dormant power will wake up. More pushes will occur because not all of you can wake up with a single shift. These high frequencies also terminate the darkness on Earth because it encompasses more light codes, and direct access to information. I hope you could reveal what you can regarding this virus that holds us in our home now. You already know what it is all about because I already informed you. Still, I will repeat it here for others to understand it. It all started at the beginning of last year when some testings took place to analyze its efficacy. After that, they enforced it on the population in China. It never existed, and they used it as a measure to implement the new Dark Order faster in your realm. That plan doesn't have anything to do with you, it was all about controlling you. They created a spiritual war against you to harvest your souls. Along the way, the Patriots and Galactic beings saw an opportunity to shift this situation against them and to take control of the planet. And this is what is going on right now, using the virus for hunting the hunters down. There is no need to panic because this virus is not real. Many scientists, experts, and doctors are unmasking the truth. This virus will vanish once the war finishes. On the timeline you are right now is a matter of months until the total collapse of their empire. Start the celebration. You finally got rid of them from your realm. Right now, the bottom of the pyramid is clearing of the evil humans. They do not know that their leaders are gone for a long time. They do not know that they are dealing with their doubles or robots. Nothing can be weirder than taking orders from robots. Stand back and enjoy the spectacle, observe how they go down. More fireworks are coming. There is nothing at this time to stop you to propel into connection with the light that entered your planet. You know Lucifer, what is my favorite subject? Ascension. What can you say about it right now? Sure, dear, Ascension is the most ununderstanding subject in your world right now. The more you reflect on it, the further confused you become. It should be a straightforward material to master because all of you engaged many times in Ascension. Just seek to recall it because you participate before in Andromedan Ascension, Pleiadians Ascension, and other races that you never heard of them. Anyway, I will point out some observations about your Ascension process. Some of you assume it's a destination, some expect you to ascend your consciousness. Others don't understand the process of Ascension, while the rest of the population didn't hear about the Ascension. According to the level of your evolutions, all the probabilities are correct until some point. You have on your planet many people that have already ascended in the past thousands of years. When your ancestors ascended, they ascended by themselves. Right now, the people from all over the planet will take off at once. It is a new experiment for this galaxy. The global ascension is the same as individual ascension. The only difference is that people that are already to the ascension point have to wait for the rest to arrive at their level. I realize it's not attractive for the ones that lifted themselves at the ascension level to wait for others, but that you volunteer for. To ascend means to increase your vibration of love, which you call consciousness. Once that is completed, a destination will show up. The target is always a higher dimension than you lived previously. You can descend too, but this is not the purpose of global ascension. Once your consciousness is rising in frequency, your unseen bodies will activate in such a way that you grow into your flying vehicle. The ascension light codes implanted on you that we call your light signatures will show your next stop. At this time, not all of you will end up in 5D. Some of you will rise to higher levels. When the body activates your angelic guides, your higher selves will travel within your Merkaba until you enter the new destination. The trajectory of your ascension will take into consideration your body frequency and your light signature. If you watch your sky during ascension, you will see just balls of light representing each of you activating your travel body. Can you please mention how long we have to wait until ascension? Nobody can tell you a date. All will take place in divine timing, and just a few souls have access to the celestial clock. You will have some signs that will trigger the ascension. From my point of view, ascension can start at any time. If an emergency state will happen in your world or reach the right frequency, you all will fly away from this realm in an instant. If it might take a year or 10, it is not for us to tell. What I can mean is that you will operate your bodies during ascension. Try to remember your last ascension. It is a beautiful feeling filled with peace, love, joy, and bliss. How much frequency do we need to hold for the ascension to take place? As I mentioned before, many of you already hold that frequency. Sometimes you drop it for a brief period because of world events. That's why I said stay away from world news. I realize you wish to know all about your planet's events, but it doesn't help you much. It will drive your body into panic, anxiety, depression, and confusion. Understand that everything is under control and God decreed that you will rise and live in a 5D density. Are you scared that God cannot do it, or He might make a mistake or is not keeping His promise? Don't forget, the dark entities are also part of God's field too. The Creator holds the keys to all His creations and kingdoms, no matter if it is light or darkness. The light will never lose a war or project. Eliminate the energy of fear and its derivative of keeping your body in a low vibration as 0 Hz to 300 Hz. Increase the love energy by starting with balancing the masculine and feminine energies. Then increase the frequency of love and its derivative as affections, kindness, compassion, appreciation, gratitude, romance, peace, bliss, etc. When I lived between you, the best love emotion that increased my body vibration to source level was when I fell in love. Fall in love, dear, because it is a step toward fast ascension.